So I do have magic circles coming, so hopefully you have your magic circle nearby. And we're just gonna take a nice breath and we're gonna open up the chest, aim those thumbs back behind you, and then round them in. And the first ones you do, yes, it might be stiff. It might be the first big moment of your day. So if it feels like you need it, you can bow here and you'll get a bigger stretch between your shoulder blades, and then lift your spine back up and open your chest. So the first ones, yes, I can totally understand if you want to have that going on in your body. But then as you get a little looser, I want you to start really connecting your feet and keeping your torso still so that you can start feeling the shoulder blades move around your back. Thank you, Libby. Is that the ones from the garage or those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
They're stiff.
They're still, I know, new ones. Good. Yeah, hi Kay, good. And one more. Round and back open, good. Good, and then we're just gonna inhale, take those arms up to the sky, press them back 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, and then open them down, drive your heels down, lengthening them away from your pelvis. Good. Inhale, take it back up and drive back, 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 back. And again, reach your heels down. So you're a human corkscrew, right? Pressing the levers down, your spine comes up, and your heels go down. One more time. Take those arms up. Press, 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 press. Good. Back of your heels reach down, and your spine lifts up. Good. Just to check in with the neck, we're gonna I want to do this. I really want to do this so badly, but we're gonna turn our head. Maybe you need to do that too. Go ahead. You do that. Back to center, and turn your head. And then as you turn your head, can you, some of us will look down as we turn. Can you let your eye line be up? Who is the Wednesday rep in charge, do you think? Coming into the screen. Good. Instead of down. And you might notice that your eyes will float down. See if you can keep them up as you move. That's just a nice little balance challenge. Good. You feel it? Can you feel your eyes doing the merry-go-round up and down? Well, that's interesting. So 2 of you did this. You looked by dropping your ear back. Do you see how I'm doing that? I'm not turning my head. I'm literally letting it contract in my neck here. I know. So just saying, see if you can keep your eyes up and keep your ears away from your shoulders as you turn your head. Oh, better, better. Especially when you get to the end range. So here's me looking like I'm turning my head, but if I turn to the side, can you see how I've tilted back? This is me with my head upright and turned to the side. This is me with my ear falling toward my back. Yeah, keep that ear up. Yes, right, you're pulling, it's like you're trying to grow elf ears. You're pulling the back of your ears up. And that's a drill you can do anytime on your own, anywhere you are. If you grab the back of your ears and turn your head, keep pulling your ears up and notice when you have to pinch harder to keep your head from falling. So those little micro movements we do add up, and we wonder why we're always tense on one side, why the shoulder is hunched or dropped on one side, right? Because if you're dropping your ear, you might be dropping your whole shoulder and you actually are bending your back a little. Okay, so self-awareness. Yeah, letting it move cleanly on its axis. So when we don't have to bend, when we don't have to fall over, we want to keep those spinal extensors going, but they have to be supported by this reaching away into the ground as well. Yeah. So, I love it. Good job, Kay. Yes, Kay's got her ears up. Very nice.
Michael's not doing it.
What's that?
Michael just walked by.
Oh, Kay says, not Kay, Mark saw Kay walk, said it again. Mark saw Mike walk behind you, Kay. And he said, where's Mike going? He should be doing this. Can you feel the difference in your hips? Yes. Oh, fantastic. Yes. Right? So this is the point, and I'm going to beat it again, is this always has something else that happens here, right? There's always something that mirrors it down here. So if we're tall and rotating, then the glutes are on, right? If we're collapsing and rotating, then this is going to trickle down in a small way to your low back. So let's grab our magic circles. Just fun to notice, right? And for some people, doing that exercise and keeping tall, when you're done, you'll feel that your low back has actually gotten a little longer. It's a funny, you've loosened up this by loosening up this. Okay, so holding our circles, we're going to start with our hands inside the circles. So the back of my hand is pushing out against the circle. Thumb is stacked. Is mine dirty? Oh, sorry. Sorry, brand new ones that were in storage in the garage. All right. And now we're going to rotate through our waistline, right? Our rib cage. So find your feet, reach down through your heels, and lift up your spine. You might find that you don't rotate as far as you normally do. So if I'm not thinking about it, look how far I can rotate. It feels like I'm going far. But if I could show you a side view, look, I'm back bending in order to create that rotation. Do you see that? So with my feet on and my hips on, this is about how far I rotate well. This is how far I cheat, making my arms make me think I'm doing it, but at least the rest of me is staying upright. Can you feel that in your body? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so notice where your torso stops and where your arms want to make your brain think like you're still going. That's it, good. Good, and one more each way. Staying connected to those feet, lifting up out of your hips. Good, and then back to center. Good, and bring those arms in. Just flip your circle around so you can grab it with your hands now. Fingertips are again going to be long. Thumb on top if you can. That's it, good. And then make a little cup with your hands. So we're not flattening it out. We're actually creating a little dome just like we do with our feet. All right, give a little squeeze with your elbows in. Pull it into your chest. Inhale, release. Exhale, shoulder blades, armpits, squeeze. That creates a squeeze in your circle. Press away and release. Exhale, press, pull, little release, elbows in, press, that's it, nice, K, good, and release, good, long fingers for me, that's it, long fingers, thumbs on the outside of your hand, there, am I showing that right? Can you put your thumb on the outside of your hand, Melissa? Like this? Okay, good. Yes, thank you. Was it already and I couldn't tell? Is that how much your hand came around the underside? Oh, I know, seriously, it's that time of year now. After October 15th.
Our thumbs move.
Your thumbs move?
Oh, I can't hear what you're talking about.
Oh, she's good. It's hard to say, you're good. All right, arms come forward, good. Lift them up to the sky. Now again, we're gonna press back. 4, drive into your feet. 3, lift out of your hips. 2, that's it. 1, now come into a bow. Keep yourself long through the front. Don't collapse, right? Knees staying straight, good. And all the way back up, drive back. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Lift your spine. Reach your feet in the opposite direction. Bow. Good. And then lift up. Good. And when you keep on doing that at your own pace, give yourself 4 pulses and a bow. I want you to think about some things while you do it. If you are keeping this long and your heels reaching down, you'll notice that this likes to lift, I hope. If this is lifting, you want to keep this lift for as long as you can. We're trying to avoid compressing, right? This is me compressing That means my knees will want to bend, my tail will want to tuck. I'm going to tighten the hip flexors. No, you want to go only as far as you can keep this still. So if you feel like dropping your circle, you can. Start your bow and then get a hand on your hips. See if that space is staying long. My thumb is on my rib, my fingers are on my hips, and I'm making sure that my ribs don't push down. They stay above that thumb. Can you see that? Rumples, no rumples. Yeah. So if you're bowing and you're filling your hand up with your flesh or your ribs, you're probably pushing your back forward, which will also be about your psoas when you lay down, right? And it will make you not so flexible in your spine. Yes, I love how many of you were checking, right? It's your own body. You can grab that flesh. It's okay. All right. Makes sense in your body? I'd love it if you practice this one anytime you think of it. If you do your head, then check to see if you're staying long. We're going to take that circle. We're going to step inside it. Boop. Warm up our hips a little bit more. So can you see my legs? So in my circle, there's sort of a mild X going on. Do you see that? So you might have the same thing, yeah? So I want you to bring your feet a little bit closer and then press outward. Now I don't want this to happen. I don't want the opposite. Here's my feet too close, and now I'm standing bow-legged. Blah. So find that sweet spot. Yes, good. Now we're gonna sit in a squat. As you stand, press out into that circle. Push, 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 push. Out and down through your heels. Good. And sit, little release. Exhale, out and down through your heels. Can you lift up out of here again? Good. Sit. Good. Out and down. Reach. Good. Good. Yep. And I'm going to show you a side view because this is what I don't want. You see that? No hips coming forward. We're going to come up straight over those ankles. That's going to give us this lift on both sides, in and up. Oops, too far. Good. That's it. Yes, good, Franny. Just like me, check in. Good. Let's do two more. Reach to those heels. Good. Nice. Last one. Make those feet help you out. Lift up out of the reach. Good. Okay, staying on down. Good. Put your weight on your left foot. Good. Take your right heel, just tap it forward. Bring it in. Left one, tap it forward. Bring it in. So here, you're going to want to find that heel that's supporting you. I'm going to show you side view. As I tap forward, if I don't have the heel, I lean forward. My weight goes into the knee. Yes, I'll feel it over the toe. If I keep the heel, I can stay back better. Then I feel, ooh, so much work happening up here rather than loading it down here. That makes sense? So if you're not sure, look at yourself from the side. If you're shifting, right, you can see me against these plants over my head. If you're shifting just to tap forward, you know there's not enough connection here in that foot. If you keep that foot grounded, yes? Are you starting to feel your booty? Good, Melissa. Anybody else? Yay, Franny. Chinda's pointing at her hip flexor. She's using her hip flexor. Yeah, so if you're like Chinda, remember you want your length, right? Start with the length and then keep it. So switch sides if you haven't already. If you start here with length, drive and open space, then keep the open space as you hinge. I think I'm on the same foot again. Yes, I am.
How's that?
It's when we sit, bringing the front of your hip into your pelvis, that things are going to get even tighter. So see if you can imagine this line pulling out the back of you and this line pulling through you. That makes sense, gang? Yeah, right? Keeping those two lines long. And then there's less tension in this hip flexor. It's flexing, right? Because your hip is flexing, but it's passive. Gravity is helping it. So it shouldn't be actively pulling you down into that squat. What? Yes, glute med and glute minimus right here on the sides. Yes. And some of you will feel that, and then it will travel also a little more center to the heart of your glute. But this, yes, that's from the magic circle pressing. That's your lateral stability. All right, everyone feel like you got even amounts both sides? Okay, then you can free yourself from your circle, and we will roll down to the mat. So 3 roll downs, 4th one is a walk out. We will do push-ups when we get there, so if you'd rather come back up and push up at a wall, feel free. I'll put down a little color contrast so my legs don't blend in. So it's not a throwaway, not a throwaway. What did we just talk about? Reaching your heels, lifting up through your center, keeping that for as long as you can, right? Lifting that spine up and over this lift. So it's not, whoo, I'm rolling down, right? You just gave in to the flex. We want to keep this as open as long as you can as you roll. And all, yeah, Franny, awesome, good. So start higher, Kay, start higher. Meaning when you're here, I love that you have your arms straight up. Lift the back of your spine up and then push your feet away. It's like everything is trying to come out of your pelvis, one down, one up. Now, hold this still, hold your pelvis still. Keep reaching down through your heels. Yes, oh, I see that. Good, oh, beautiful. Better, I see you, Eloise. That was more thoughtful, really nice. Oh, you guys. Might be pouring rain outside, but it's pouring excellent thoughtfulness inside. Good. Oh, okay, that was another one.
Don't throw it away, Mama.
I know, don't throw it away. So again, you're welcome to use that magic circle. But as you get your arms, your collarbones broader, you might not get as much support from it depending on how long your arms are. So those of you with long limbs might be surprised to find that there comes a time when you've gotten so nice and broad that it doesn't give you support anymore because you have more room for your joints, yeah? So don't, if that's you, yay, good. That's awesome. And then remember, you have options. You can put a knee down. You can put both knees down. You can play around with it. Yeah. And then when you get your 6 and 6, I'm feeling the back of my legs. I feel my muscles just sitting on my butt. We're going to take your circle and put it between the big ball of your foot, right? Just above your arches, so not under the heels, and just between the big ball of your foot. You're still in parallel. Can you see that? Okay, so from here, can you still reach your heels away from you, then push them down? Some of you will, the first part of that might get a cramp in your hip flexor. So that's why you want to add that heel pushing down as it reaches away. Good, then inhale, exhale, roll back. Just in a half roll back, good. Inhale and exhale up. Good. Again, heels down and reaching away, right? And then lengthening out through the front. And then back up. Good. Re-energize your feet. Got one side that's not turning on here. Come on. Good. Yep, one more. There you go. Good. All right. Staying in that half roll back. Good. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, lower them back down. Good. Inhale up. In that inhale moment, can you make your legs longer from the back side? Reach them out, push them down. Good. One more. Reach them out, push them down. Good. And then all the way up, round forward, grab onto your legs at the back of your feet. Give yourself a nice little pull. Good. Take that little circle away. Your inner thigh should feel nice and loose. Good. And then we're going to roll all the way down to the mat. Once you get there, take your circle and put it in your right hand upright against the floor. So right hand, circle is upright on the floor. Good. We're going to inhale, exhale up into bow, using your armpit to press down, keeping that sense of length in the front of your hip. And then gently come back down. Oops, my head's off the screen. That's right. That's it. Little lift. Good. Let's control it. Just do this. Good. Yes. Can you keep reaching? Keep reaching, whether your feet are flexed or pointed. If you are pointing your feet, you're thinking short foot. The heel is pulling toward the sole. That's it. Good. And one more. Good. Come on down, switch sides, and go right into it. All you have to really worry about is, can you lift and keep this space long in the front of your hips? Can you keep your feet active and reaching away from your hips, opposite of your reaching head? That's it. Good. One more. Good. Nice. All right. Then circle in two hands. Just reach it over your head. Push it to the ground. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, push it to the ground. What I hope you feel in that moment is your transverse abdominis sinking into your body. It's not a clench. It's actually just dropping against your spine. Now, you might instead feel your back arching or your neck arching or your ribs arching. That tells you a little something about how you stabilize. See if you can relax the front of you, relax the ribs down while you reach overhead. That will give you more length through your lats here and allow you to have a happier experience in your back. Good. One more. Nice. And then inhale, exhale, we roll up to sitting. All the way up and over, reaching forward, pulling the back of your ribs up. You're in a bend. Good. Stack up your spine. Inhale, exhale, push your feet away. Create openness through the front of the hip. All the way down. Press your circle overhead. Good. And repeat. Pull your abs back right here. What if you were still trying to keep space here? Instead of jamming your chest down, what if you tried to roll up and over that space? Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Curved length. Yes, I saw that change, Kay. Good, nice, nice, Eloise, good. Nice. That was a better start, Chinda. That nice rounding. Good. All right. Going into roll over. So you can use your circle or not. You can use your wall or your furniture if you'd prefer. I am going to put my circle in my inner ankles today. And then reach those heels up. Press those hands down.
If you're not using your circle, then you can open your legs and round all the way down. Draw them together and repeat. So today, if you're like, wow, I'm really getting this length idea, I get it, and you're feeling good about rolling over, then you can drop your feet to the ground. So that means that when you roll over, you're keeping your spine up and allowing your circle to touch the ground, really reaching through the back of your legs. I like to put a thumb on my hip bones to make sure I'm not just rolling over onto my neck, right? I'm actually trying to reach the heels downward while the spine stays up and long. Yeah, good. I saw half of you working that and checking the hips. That was great. Even if you're not dropping your legs down, putting your thumbs there to remind yourself to keep the spine up and long. So lift your spine up, Kay. Lift it up toward where the wall meets the ceiling. That's it. Good. 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 All right. And then let's have some leg circles. So with or without your circle, starting with your right leg, the left one is on the floor, again, reaching long. You can use your circle if you want that target to reach through, pushing your foot into that circle. And when I say foot, I'm talking heel to the ball of your foot, right? So even though the ball of the foot's the only thing on that circle, I'm still trying to reach both sides as if they wanted to wrap around the circle. Yeah. And so it might not go as far, but maybe for you, that's the focused drill you need. Others of you might like having it around your thigh to give it support while you think about your foot. And again, that heel is trying to reach up and touch the ball of your foot. Good. And when you get about 5, one's reverse direction. Let's see which way am I going to go. Outer thigh on the lifted leg or the lower leg, Kay? Is it coming up from the lifted leg or the lower leg? Lifted leg. Okay, on your lifted leg, so Kay's feeling her outside of her thigh working extra hard. So I would tell her, and maybe you also, to let the leg bone sit in the socket. So really feel the sacrum down without giving up the other side. So that's the first thing. You might feel the hamstring stretch on the other side a little bit more, opposite where you're feeling the ache on the outside. And then use your circle if you can to give yourself just a little bit of support. But you're going to keep this thigh bone sitting down in the back of your hip socket. And then the other thing I might tell people if they're feeling that same thing is to check the position of your knee. It might be rolling inward as you circle. Keep it looking at you as you circle, right? Even you might have to roll it outward slightly as you circle. And then the work should shift from the side of the quad here up into the butt a little bit, and you'll feel the medial quad turn on more. Good. And then if you've gotten your 5 each direction on each leg, and if you are still not fine-tuning, because you know I love it when you guys pause to figure things out, I think that's awesome, then you can roll like a ball. So your first rolling like a ball is with a circle either on your shins or on your feet if you're feeling ambitious. And you're going to press into your feet and then gently rock back. Push into your feet and gently rock back. And then hopefully one of those will get you up. Yeah. And then you can exhale back and inhale up. No, pardon me. Yeah, no, inhale back. Exhale up. Woo, what am I saying? Because we want to keep the curve. Yeah. Good. Yes, that's getting better. So Franny, what if you try your circle under your feet? Is your circle right there? So put your circle under your feet. Feel your arms nice and tight. And you pull with all your might on that circle. And then keep pulling as you come up.
Here she goes.
Oh, yeah. Look at how much closer you are to your thighs now. You could probably in that moment, oh, keep pulling those arms. Pull. Pull your arms, pull your arms, pull your arms. Yes, but you had a really good one. Yeah. Very nice. All right, I love it. Good job, gang. Then we're gonna rock ourselves back. Good. And we go into the one leg stretch. So lift that circle off. We're gonna reach one leg out, one leg in, stretch open, right? Again, use your foot there. Good, and then switch. So right now we're just staying in parallel, working on the length moment. Heel is pulling to the ball of the foot, opening up this side. Spine is pulling the opposite direction, right? Should be dropping in that transverse abdominis. Good. Chinda, imagine I've got your head and I'm pulling it away from your center. That's it. Sorry, I stopped to watch you guys. Good. Sorry. And then come on in, little pause. Yes, that's lovely, Chinda. Okay. Then we're going to go into our crisscross. So we're going to use our circle across on the inside of the thigh, lift and press. So now you're activating inner thigh. You're going to keep this other hip down. Good. Bring your hand back in, switch sides, rotate and press. That's it. Hand back in, switch sides, rotate and press. Shh. Switch sides. When you press, make sure your elbow is not winging out to the side, but rather tucked into your side. So you're pressing with your armpits, not hard against your pecs and your neck. Yep. Can you try one more each way? Nice. Yes. Good. Pull that in. Brief pause. Turn your head if you need to. Shake it off. Right? Why not? And then if you don't need to, it's always nice to. Double leg stretch with or without your circle. We're going to start with heels together. Up in your bow. Knees open. Frog position, which means they're just in line with your shoulders or hips. Yeah? Inhale and exhale. Press out. Can you lower your legs low enough that you feel your booty turn on? Inhale. Wow, muchacho. And back in. Oh my God.
You're nice and firm, Mama.
And release. And back in. Good. That's it. Good. One more. Stay lifted. Shh. There you go. Nice and long reaching. Beautiful. Good. All right. Circle comes back up. In between your ankles. Good. We're just going to do 2 lowers. Just 2 because then we're going to change it. So let yourself lift. Hands come behind your head. Take your throat back into your thumbs. And then reach your heels toward the balls of your feet. Lengthening your legs away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze. Keep reaching them away from you as you bring the legs up. For some of you, you're going to feel more of the center of your quad turn on. Some of you are just going to notice your inner thighs squeezing like crazy. Or maybe it's those abdominals working hard. All of that would be fine with me. Good. One more. What's that?
You said we're...
Oh, that's right. I only said 2. Sorry. I got busy thinking about your form. Okay. So now we're going to emphasize quads and hams a little bit more. If you take your left leg up, and put your circle on the front of that ankle. Then lift your right leg up. Put the other leg so that the ring is behind the ankle, right? So one in front, one in back. Just like that. See that? Okay. Now you have two options. Head can stay down, but you must pull those ribs down. If you don't feel like bringing yourself into bow again, I would recommend sticking a pillow behind your head and shoulders while you keep those ribs down. All right, otherwise we're up in that bow and we exhale, push down, keeping the bottom ankle out of sight. Good. Push down. Good. Push back up. So we're really trying to get that big cross. We're working medial hams, medial quads, and adductors. All three at once. Plus your abs, of course. That's it. See if you can lift your chest a little bit higher, those of you who have your selves in bow. Good. Is that top leg resisting? This is your last chance to check. Good. All right. And then we'll switch sides. Ready? Find your length through your legs. Use your heels to reach that circle away from you. Keep reaching as you bring it back towards you. That's it. That's it. Good. Come on. Stay connected. Joseph Pilates says, complete coordination of body and mind and breath. Two more. That's it. Good. And last one. Good. And then grab onto that circle and pull those knees into your chest. Fantastic. So, circle stays down for a moment. We're going to do tick-tock because you've been stabilizing in center so much, we need that a little twist. So we're going to inhale, tip to the side. Now pause, because then we're going to lower the bottom leg and lift it 4 times. Good. And then after number 4, let it push you all the way back to center and to the other side. Inhale, all the way down with that leg, and then exhale, close. 4, 3, good. 2, 1, press all the way back. Inhale, tip to the first side, the leg drops, and exhale, squeeze. Good. Can you still give me the length? Pull it away from you. Pull it away from you. Shh. That's it. Good. And then back to center. Other side. Good. And then back to center. Knees pull in and feet come down. Whew. Legs extend all the way out. Arms up to the sky. We're rolling up into spine stretch. So if you like to use your circle to press on, please feel free. We're going to inhale and exhale. Reach through those feet, right? Start with length. Don't start with compression. Start with length. And then round your way up. And then you'll press forward. 3, 2, 1. And stack it up. So if you do like your circle here, it's just stacked like so. And up, yeah? And repeat. Good. And one more. All right. Transitioning to swan. So feet come together, hands to the side, roll to the side of your hip. This is a moment where you have a little side plank, a little snake transition, right? Up onto your toes, then square your hands, and then lower yourself down. Then you can decide where you want your, whether you want your circle or not. So I do today, so I'm going to put my hands on top of that circle. Reach your heels again to the balls of your feet and vice versa, right? They're both trying to meet in the middle.
Inhale and exhale, lift that spine up. Good. Pause at the top for a nice inhale. Good. And exhale back down. Chinda, that was nice. So do that again. So what I liked about what Chinda was just doing is she had a really long lift and then she added a little bit of upper back extension. So instead of forcing it down into the bottom of her ribs, her bend was actually coming up here higher, somewhere above her bra band. And for her to find that little piece is awesome, and I think it's good for all of us. Yeah, can you do it? Yep. So then once you're up, no, take that moment, right? You're up. It's not just up and down. We're up. Find the length. See if there's a little more lift through the upper part of your back. Yeah. And then come down. Good. Nice. Good. And then, Kay, are your hands on top or are they on the sides? Can they get to on the tippy top, right on the top? There you go. That looks better. Good. Yes. Oh, that looks lovely. That's beautiful. That just made all the difference. Good. Good. And last one. Good. All right. So then, optional circle. You do not have to use it. We're going into slow motion swan dive. If you want to use it, it goes between your ankles. Oh. Where's my ankle? There we go. And then you'll notice that you can't put your legs all the way down, and that's the point. It's a really nice little marker to keep you floating off the floor. So you're going to float yourself up into your swan, and then as you come down, you're going to lift your legs, take your hands behind you, reaching through your body. Good. Hands come back in front of you, lift your chest, trying to keep that circle or your knees from hitting the ground. Come down, sweep behind you. Good. Hands come forward, lift the sternum, down, legs try to lift higher, reaching through those feet. Yeah, reach through those feet, good. And one more up, good. That's it. Oh, watch your elbows for me, Kay. There you go. That's it. And back, legs up. You're super long. Good. All right, you can take that circle away. Let it just wait for you here. Up onto your forearms for the one leg kick. One leg kick. Both thighs off the mat. Collarbones open as far as you can. That's it. Yep, thighs off the mat. And then we contract, contract, take it back. Contract, contract, take it back. So I'm going to use Mark for a visual because I say this and I want you to internalize it. Imagine that you had tubing on your ankles. So can you see Mark back here? Come here, Lovey. So he's going to pull forward against the tubing. Can you pull? And then when he kicks back, imagine the tubing is resisting this way, right? So in your head, you have to imagine always pulling against a force. So it's not just falling back, it's always resisting, yeah? I hope that's visible. He's kind of in the dark back there. We need one more light. Good. How's that feeling? Good. All right. When you're on the replay, I want you to look at your screen. I'm going to show you me here. My foot. Can you see my foot? Can you see how it's kicking? And look at how it's a little duck foot. See how it's out to the side, little duck foot? I want you to check. Can you get it into parallel? So I want you to watch on your screen. Am I kicking like a duck or am I staying in parallel? I don't think anybody in here kicks in pigeon-toed. Well, yeah, I don't think so. But just mind that because it changes what happens at your hip. Okay, my friends. So we are going to let ourselves roll over onto our backs.
Actually onto our sides, not really on our backs, onto our sides. So we have some side leg to do. We're going to start with floating clam. So you can be all the way flat, you can be up on your forearm. If you're on your forearm, press down. If you would like that circle in front of you to help you stay square, you can push it down and you feel it push you up a little bit. You're welcome to do that, whether you are all the way down or up on your side. Yeah, that's it. So you're pushing down and lifting that armpit up. Yes, Kay, nice. As if you wanted to side bend over that circle. Yep, or side bend and mimic the curve of your circle. Good. Good. Then we're just going to lift those heels up, keep on going. So now my feet are floating off the floor, heels together. Good. If you are using your circle and you're pressing down, make sure that this bottom heel pushes up in equal amounts. Good. Good. Last one. All right. If you have a circle, put it down because now we're coming up into your clam side plank. So pushing your hips up and forward. The foot goes back down to the ground. So this one is down again. You're pushing down against that thigh bone. And back up. Good. Lift. That's it, Melissa. Good. Push down through your hand. Good. And down. You got it. Good. Two more. Push. Good. And last one, making sure that this hip comes forward so you're as open as you can be here. Really push it forward. Yes, I saw that extra push. Good, Eloise. Good. All right, then we get to lay all the way down. Find your comfortable place with your arm. And then top leg is going to rest behind the foot. Sorry, right behind the knee. Straighten out the bottom leg. Then push your hip slightly forward. And we're going to lift and lower. And I want you to play with this a little bit. So if I flex my foot, you can see how it sort of wags upward. It doesn't stay straight. So I'm going to point my toe. Or conversely, I could flex it and then consciously work on keeping it straight. So I want you to feel what you can control. Yeah, good. That's it. Still give yourself a big inhale. I see nice exhales and then kind of shallow inhales. Can you still give me those nice inhales? One more. Good. All right. Now just step that foot in front. You're welcome to grab hold if you want to get extra stretch through your hip, which I do. Good. And then we lift that bottom leg up and down again. Big, strong exhale. Good. Now, can you move that bottom leg slightly back? Can you move it back a little bit? Some of us are going to feel more stretch through this hip when we do that. Others of us are just going to feel, ooh, this fascial line in the front has to stretch. So see what happens in you. That's it. Nice and square, chin to gut. That's it. Two more. Really reach. Oh, it's killing me. Good. And last one. So much harder when I do it better. All right. Then let's come up to a mermaid sit. So just folding those knees in. Good. And we're going to come up into a mermaid hip bridge slightly to the side. We're just opening up that side. So it's different than when we have our hands behind us and we're opening up the front of the hip long. This is more like a modified side up, right? Side bend. That's it. Good. So we're asking this to actually not press down so much. We're using the outside leg to hold more of our weight. This guy is floaty, right? Good. Yeah. And one more. Nice big reach, nice length. Good. Good. All right. Then we're going to flip around to the other side. So feet flip And then if you're like me, you want to pivot, you can pivot, extend your legs out, and we're ready for clams. So starting with down, if you want to bring your circle back into play with, you can, right? That heel up and down and up and down. See, that's better. Good. Remember, if you're using your circle, you're not pushing away from it. You're holding steady, feeling your waistline lift. Good. Okay, can you get your right hip back and under you a little bit? You might have to lift it a little bit. It's gonna feel, yeah. And if it feels like you're on a little ouchy, bony part of your hip, roll up your mat and give yourself some cushion. We're all gonna lift our heel up. So now you've got two heels floating, right? They're off the ground. Good. Franny, push your hand down a little. Yes, beautiful, good, good. And then especially those of us in this floating plank, we're pushing that bottom heel up as the top leg lifts. So both legs are super active. Really, you're active from your armpit to here. That's it, one more. Good, okay. And that can come down. Now it's our clam plank, clam side plank. So we lift up, oh God, I feel heavy on this side. Ha ha. We lift up and open up. The top thigh is now down again, right? It's down again. I'm sorry, the bottom thigh is down again. Lifting up and coming back down. Watch shoulder. Some of us are getting tired, so we're collapsing. If that's you, shake it out, reset, come down if you have to. That's it, good. Do you feel your low back, Franny? Yeah? Okay. Was it just when you started to do that last lift, or has it been getting, okay. Good, that's it, good. So Kay, I love it. I love how open, so we're gonna finesse that. So Kay is beautiful and open across here. I'm gonna ask her to rotate the bottom hip down and then reopen, just push the whole hip forward. Because that was great. Can you do that again? And so that might be you. Yes, yes, awesome. Good, very good. Okay, then we get to lay down flat. Extend that bottom leg out. The top foot is right behind the other thigh, knee. And then we just lift and lower. Take a peek at what your foot's doing. Maybe it's neutral. Maybe it's curling up. Maybe it's really turned out and looking down. See if it can be straight on. That's it. If you drive into the heel on the back foot, you will be a little more stable. You're not going to use your hip to do it, right? Your hip stays still. You're using just that space from the Achilles down to the heel to reach down. That's it. Yes, good. Good. One more. Nice. And then that foot comes in front. And again, you're welcome to pull it up higher if you want more stretch through your hip. And we're going to lift and lower there. Wow. Now, what if you could find the heel here? Push it down. If it's not pushing down, you might be rocking. If it is pushing down, hopefully you'll be more stable and you will feel the intensity increase on the inner thigh. You feel that? Good. Now that you've got that connection, start taking your foot slightly back. Oh, this one kills me. Ah. Big inhale. That's it. Two more. And one more. Oi. Oi. And then we get to, let's see, I need to get us up to saw. So we're round over onto our backs, roll up to sitting, and then legs open, just past your hips. Good. And then inhale as you rotate, exhale, pull that back hand back, pressing 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Good.
And one more each way. Good. Then we're going to open wider. So on the reformer, that wider position is side splits or spider, yeah? And this time we're going to side bend over, keeping this hip down. Ooh, how did I get so tight? Good. And then lift on up and side bend over. Exhale all your air. That's it. Good. So our challenge here is to keep our arm up by our ear. It's going to trickle across us. We're going to keep that open and really see if we can keep ourselves square and forward as we side bend, looking for more length over to the side. So while we're staying open, notice what this hip is doing. Some of us, our hip is coming with us. Can you let it stay down? That's it. And you're lengthening out of it. Yeah. Whew. Nice job, gang. Okay. Then we get to come up to a stand. So we'll bring those feet together. It's going to take us a minute. We're going to come into a reverse plank first. So again, any variation of reverse plank can be the hover, can be a little hover, right? It can be full plank. It can be table bridge, right? Any variation. If you're feeling energetic still in the shoulder bridge, you can add a leg pull in any of those positions. Could be it could be a tabletop instead. Yep. Whatever you're doing, A-okay. Yeah. Nice, Melissa. Good. Look at your leg just float up there. Awesome. Okay. Then we get to come up to a stand. So coming up to a stand, we're going to swing those legs into mermaid. You can use your hands or not. We're going to lift straight up. Bring the back foot forward. Use your hands or something for support if you'd like. Tuck your back toe. Come all the way up to a stand. Come right back down. I know. And then swing that leg around. Come back down. Flip to the other side. Yep. Come up. Again, use hands if you'd like. Use furniture if you'd like. Make sure it's stable. Bring that back leg forward. Tuck your back toe. Lift straight up. Ta-da! And you're up. Find your length again. Get your pants back up again. Good. See if you have more ease in getting out of this space. Less crunch. Yeah? Take those arms up high. Swan dive. Palms face back. Chest is long. Tail is lifted. As you lift the tail, can you lift your sacrum in a nice long line so that you're not sitting against your thigh bones, right? Good. And then bring yourself back up. Good. One more time. Up. Feel your length and then keep pulling your tail back, back, back. Hinge, hinge, hinge without collapsing against your legs. Good. And then round that spine back up. Good. Arms all the way up. Good. Nice job. Arms come out to the sides. Let's spine twist. Find your feet. Back to the center. Exhale, spine twist. One more time. That's it. Good. Nice. And then bring that all the way down. Fantastic. Nice job, you guys. So take that with you today for the rest of your day. When can you catch yourself opening this space back up? If you're bending over, I want you to notice if you just dropped your hips against your thighs, or did you pull your sacrum back so that you still have space, breathing room. Like me, I've got a belly, right? So it's gonna touch me, but there's a difference between me squishing down and lengthening back. And you can see that, I hope. Squishing, lengthening. Yeah? So yes, good. I see you practicing. Good.
All right. Have a great weekend. Oh, cool. St. Mark's. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, really? Is it all weekend, Katie, or is it one day? Do you know? Okay.